Grade A.
Hey, run that thing up.
Grade A.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Grade A Show. Encourage everybody tuning in to continue liking the channel, subscribe down below, continue to comment, continue to share. We appreciate you guys for being here. NBA playoffs, we back at it, fellas. How y'all doing this week, man?
Doing good. How about you?
Cool.
I'm doing good.
Cool.
Got some game sevens to watch tomorrow.
Cool. This Rudy Gobert slander. I want to piggyback off of what we talked about last weekend a little bit.
Already done with this.
And I felt like it got a little deep. It got a little deep because we hear players like Draymond Green going kind of rubbish on him a little bit, man. How y'all feel about some of his comments saying that he could guard him better than Jokic, better than Rudy, and this and that? Like, what's up with that, man?
Well, first off, in the league, there's no such thing as stopping or guarding anyone in this league with how open it is. You can try to do your best to make it tougher on them, but I mean, Draymond saying that as if Jokic didn't average 30, 16, and 16 on him this season when he was playing against them. So I don't really put much into that. But
I kind of bypassed it myself too because the stats show for itself, and we talked about it before too.
They played more than once this season.
He was only there for one game. I did the look about that argument, bro.
Oh well, how about all the times they played in the playoffs? He still averaged over 30 on him. So.
I'll go ahead. I'll go last. I'm shut up.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, I just think they got smoke already from the incident that happened earlier this year, and Draymond's going to take a chance to slander him any chance he gets.
Of course, and that's where I think it really stems from. But I ain't got much else to say on it. It's kind of like whatever at this point.
I mean, Draymond
gonna say what he won't say. It is what it is. I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pay homage to when it's doing stuff like that. I mean, he did a little bit to JT too, asking him a couple questions after that Cleveland game and stuff like that. He be trying to piggy people out. But how you feel about it?
I had no issues with his JT questions.
It was no issues, but it was triggering questions where I'm like, damn, like, but I respect it though, because that's what he does on his pod, you know. So, how you feel about Eclipse though?
Like I told y'all, we talked this on the side. I ain't mad at it. He said, and I quote, "The Frenchman up there talking his language. We need to get this stopped. No, it's you." And I stand on that. At one point in the game, at mano and mano, you can get a stop. I'm not saying you could shut somebody down, but as your defensive player, you have to have pride to be able to at mano y mano to get one stop. And to our argument about can Draymond guard Jokic better? Yes, he can. I looked up all the statistical stats from Joker's career matchups. He's been able stopping his numbers. You're not gonna do that, but slowing him down, Draymond has successfully done that better than Jokic, than Rudy Gobert. Yeah, I've statistically looked at it.
So when you looked at the statistics, was it him guarding him on an island like Rudy has been in this series? Or is it with help defense?
I did with help defense and solely one-on-one.
So what was the statistics?
So right, let's say like what playoffs was it? Because we talked about this in the group chat when you was like, oh, this was without Murray. One-on-one, right? And the series where Golden State beat them 4-1. Granted, like you said, it's without Murray, so
which helps because they can just game plan to just Jokic.
Matter.
But continue. That does matter.
It don't. We talking about just one stop on a one-on-one, like just one up and up one-on-one. That's what I mean. as a defensive player, just give me one stop. Not saying shut the nigga that stop him from scoring 30. Impossible. But he was able to keep him under his average of 27 that season, that playoff season. And he made it a little more tougher and efficient for Joker because that 40-point game, Joker missed how many shots? 5?
Which 40-point game are you referring to? Are you talking about the one in Game 5 this series or
this series? The 40-point game he just had against
I don't know how many shots he missed total, but I do know he went 8 for 9 against Rudy when Rudy was matched up to one-on-one on the island.
Right.
So to be petty, he got one stop, but that wasn't much. Now also that game also blustered the percentages how Rudy was guarding him this series because I think he's at 51% against Rudy this series, but out of the 6 games they played, Rudy missed one. So it's really 5 games, and that Game 5 performance boosted up the field goal percentages. As opposed to Towns have matched up with him, he's at 41%, which when Towns is matched up against him, they send help as opposed to Rudy. He's on the island.
And then that's what I was going to lean to a little bit. Just keep in fact that we're watching a defense, and the same thing with Draymond Green that we're watching a lot of team defense. It's not really individual defense anymore. We could talk about the individual stats, but like we acknowledged last time, I think Rudy's a great off-ball defender, not really on-ball. But we all know that nobody could stop Jokic. Not expecting him to, but I do agree with Clips. I mean,
one-on-one, he got the stats.
Yeah,
if the stats say he guarded him better, then I'm going to argue that.
Yeah.
Which I wouldn't even argue that to begin with. I expect him to make it a little bit easier.
19 points on Draymond, 9 rebounds and 6 assists.
But see, when you say that, I personally don't think it's on Draymond.
I put career soul matchup, no help side. When they are paired, when Draymond is at the 5 and good,
that's an individual statistic. Okay.
And how many games is that?
That is through their whole career. So that's all the games leading up to now.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
it's so low. It's because also they're going based off Joker beginning of his career.
That's why I was asking. That's why I was asking how many games is that in total. Like, I think they probably match up because they're both in the Western Conference. So
they had to play over
twice, maybe 3 times.
From 2015 to now,
that's over 20 games.
Easily. And 2015 to what you guys will agree? 2017 to 2018. That 3-year gap was probably Draymond's apex defensively, where Jokic was still trying to find himself. I think we probably say Jokic's peak started 2020, 2019 maybe. I gotta
year of the bubble, I think.
That's out of 23 games.
Shout out to Minnesota though. I just don't think that's gonna happen come Game 7. I know last week I had switched my pick to having Denver in 6. Minnesota ended up winning. I'm still gonna lean on Denver. I'm not gonna switch back to Minnesota. I think they're gonna close out in Game 7. I just don't think them missing 60 shots last game is not gonna happen again.
I told you, my man Joker, he's real. My boy didn't sit down that whole game. He was on the sideline standing up the whole game.
Oh, he's getting 35 and 15 and 40. 10,
he's 40 next game.
That's what I said that. I said it to my coworkers too. I was like, the worst thing that Minnesota could have done was beat them the way they beat them.
Exactly.
Because they're gonna come out Game 7 the same way Minnesota came out Game 6. Now the question is, are they going to be able to get shots to fall? I agree. I don't think they're going to miss 60 shots. I don't. And keep in mind, even how the game played out in Game 6, Jokic was still efficient in that game. It was just everyone else couldn't do nothing. And can we acknowledge that Anthony Edwards has been putting Jamal Murray in 23-1? Even on lockdown, so serious. Can we agree? Can we acknowledge this? Because
I don't like his dishonesty in
that press conference, right?
I didn't. He said,
who referring to?
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray.
Oh, it was like, what do you
He said, who?
He said, how has Anthony Edwards been making it tough for you this series? And he said, who?
That's psychological. That's all psychological. He ain't trying to get that man no more confidence that he already has.
He
But
been putting that boy on Alcatraz Island.
I love the response by Ant-Man because he played horrible in that game 5. And the same way we keep that, I know we be trying to give them grace, but we got to same way we gave Jokic slack when he underperformed. Same with Luka and Tatum. Ant-Man had to play better. 5 of 15 was not going to cut it, and he showed up
Exactly.
last game. And thank God we finally had Jaden McDaniels wake up and give you his best game in the series offensively. He's the X factor because, like Clips was saying, Rudy's not an offensive presence, which helps Jokic because he can kind of slack a little bit on defense, even though he's very active in the passing lanes. But with that being the case, now you have 2 liabilities on offense because Jaden McDaniels is not giving you anything on offense. Neither is Rudy, unless he's getting lobs or he's getting the ball in the dunker spot. But that rarely happens. So with Jaden McDaniels shooting the way he shot game 6, that gives him an extra boost.
Yeah.
I think I'll let you go real quick, Mike. I think the thing that drives me more so on Denver's way is because of the bigs down low for Minnesota and their just IQ on the defensive end. Like Cat gets in foul trouble really, really quick and really easily. Same thing with Rudy. So that's why I'm just leaning more towards Denver's way, just because I think Jokic is gonna pickpocket that and get them into foul trouble early. He's been doing it every game and stuff like that. So
yeah, I'm sticking with Minnesota. As I said the other day, I'll die on that pedestal even if I have to, even if I'm wrong. But I just personally think one thing that scares me about Minnesota is Cat is extremely inconsistent. So we don't know what we're gonna get from him night in and night out. And then with Rudy, I think Perkins said it a good way too. This guy is an all-defensive player in the regular season every trip, but he becomes a defensive liability when the playoffs come around. So it's going to depend a lot on those 2 guys. But I'm still going with Minnesota overall. They're my finals pick as of right now. I think the winner of the finals will come out of this game 7, but I got to stick with Minnesota because that's my original pick.
Yeah. To your point too, that with Cat being in foul trouble, if you notice, he's the primary defender on Jokic in the series. And the reason being is because they want to keep Rudy as a help side defender and a rim protector. So he's been on Gordon. Because if you notice, anyone not named Jokic, Rudy has been having a great series with protecting the rim against and altering shots.
Gordon's been going on him a little bit though.
Yeah, the game 4, I think it was 3 or 4. Gordon has been going up, but if you notice, those are the games where Towns was in foul trouble. And because of that, especially game 5, because of that, you forced to put Rudy on Jokic. And like I said earlier, when Rudy has to guard Jokic, they're not sending help with Rudy. They're leaving him on an island. As opposed with Towns, you have more weak side help. So with Towns being in foul trouble, you're putting more weight on Rudy to go guard Jokic 1-on-1, which pulls the rim protection away from the hoop. Now you got Gordon getting all his dunker spot moves. And that's another thing. Towns, you gotta stop helping on the dunker spot and leaving Aaron Gordon there.
And
like,
that's
this has been a thing from last year. I don't understand why they keep doing this.
And that's what I want us to get to acknowledge. Like Karl-Anthony Towns makes some horrible defensive calls. Like there was one play, I don't remember what specific game, but he's out there in transition defense causing a foul for no reason. Throwing a kick, his leg out specifically for a foul for like what are you doing? You're
just stay home. Stay home. Like it's not that difficult. Stay home. Like
I think guys and players like him, big role players and stuff like that, just need to understand how important it is for these games, how important it is for one foul to cost you later down the line and stuff like that. But that takes more experience, more times being there and stuff like that. I mean, that's all going to come in future times.
Shout out Mike Conley, because he's the big difference between game 5 and 6 also. Having that floor general on the court helped Ant being able to beat Ant and not have to worry about trying to get everyone else involved in shots. That's another thing. Denver's all going to win game 7 if they play defense. It's not even their offense. They have to play defense. Their defense is their best offense because it allows them to get easier shots on transition, and it gives Jokic free roam to do what he can in the open court and get everyone involved. When they're not playing defense, like game 6, where they're not even blitzing Towns anymore on the perimeter when he got the ball or on the post, they stopped blitzing Anthony Edwards game 6. I don't know why. when they're not doing those things to let them work one-on-one, they're at Minnesota's mercy. They're playing right into their hands. So I think Malone's going to make some adjustments, and it's going to show tomorrow's game.
So we're not gonna spend too much time on the Celtics, but we know they're on to the Eastern Conference Finals, awaiting the Knicks and the Pacers for their Game 7. Kristaps Porzingis, I believe, is going to be missing the first 2 games, maybe more, depending on how that series goes. But real quick, what's your input as far as just the Knicks and the Pacers going to Game 7
in New York?
We know it's a rival
In New York, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
it's in
New York.
Yeah, it's in New York.
My God.
To see one of these teams come out of to get to the Eastern Conference Finals is already going to be kind of like
I ain't
crazy alone. So that's pretty dope.
I'm standing on the Knicks, man. I'm down with Brunson, baby. I feel like at home in Garden, the lights get bright, and that boy know how to play.
Yeah, I had the Knicks in 7 games too.
I think the Knicks is gonna. I think Brunson. No, not Brunson. I think it's gonna be Miles McBride or DiVincenzo. Someone that has got some credit this season, but hasn't got much light is gonna step up for them because I don't know how healthy. Well, he's not healthy at all. Josh Hart, especially after that game last night, we've seen it. He could barely stand, but he's gonna play knowing how, the warrior he is. I just think New York's gonna do the little things where they're gonna find a way to win that game. But if Indiana wants to win that game, they need to get some stops. And Halliburton has to have a good game in New York. He has to.
Yeah, he has.
He has to be aggressive. I know you playmaker, but this is the game where you gotta say the hell with all that
and go get you a bucket.
Let me be that. Go get the bucket. Him and Turner is gonna be the biggest reason for them winning this. And their X factor off the bench is TJ McDonald.
I got the Knicks personally myself. I think even if the Knicks don't play a good game, I'm sure the refs will help bail them out. They want to see a Boston-New York conference final, the NBA.
Yo, I'm down. He said the refs gonna bail him out. Scott,
I mean, Tony Brothers. We got to talk about all of them.
Yeah, Tony Brothers is tonight. He's in the Dallas OKC game, so I can't see Dallas winning.
I mean, everybody's not talking too much about these refs, man, and these crazy calls. A lot of playoff scenarios and situations change because of these marginal calls or whatever is going on and stuff. So
that's the new playoff term, marginal contact.
Shout out to the Knicks though. I personally think we got here. Murray knows his cook. If Rudy just be Rudy, Wolves will win. Cat just there for the ride. Can't blame. I'll put a lot of pressure on Rudy. Cat been getting exposed. Garbage.
Yeah. Shout out Kermit. Kermit Fat. Yeah. Boy, shout out to you for the chat. Murray knows how to cook, yeah, but you can't cook when you got no utensils in the kitchen. Ant-Man took all of that. He had the lock and key, man. I don't know.
Boy, Ant-Man.
Rudy, yeah, as long as Rudy don't touch anything after the game or before the game, I think we'll be fine.
We'll see, man. But yeah, back to the Knicks and stuff. Shout out to them. I just think the Tibbs effect is really in effect. But I think they're gonna push it out and beat Indiana. Indiana is 0-5 so far away from home. So taking in account for that, I just got the Knicks win.
They over looking like Jamal Murray right now with that leg.
I'm lagging. I'm still lagging.
Yeah, you got it. It's lag.
Oh man.
Okay.
We lost him. But yeah, man. Until we get Peso back, what are y'all guys' thoughts on tonight's game with the Mavs and OKC?
If Tony Brothers is really on that court,
he is. I checked this morning. He is.
I ain't gonna hold you. I love OKC, but they done, bro. If Tony Brothers is really referring, it's over, bro.
What's wrong with Tony Brothers? He a brother, right? He not. What's the other guy name?
But
you might know his name.
Yeah. It's just
still a little bit of a spike on your end, but
yeah, it's catching. The feed's catching back up, but it's just a little pixelated. Like I can see you moving your eyes.
The
There's gotta
same
be that
person that
poster
said
behind
you said OKC is done.
Yeah, I think
Only
he's going to
because
help.
of the ref. Only because of Tony Brothers.
Oh man,
I think they've won every game he ain't ref.
I can't answer that part because I haven't really been
Yeah, I don't
interested.
know.
That's too much in that series. But can we talk about how Shea has been piss poor on defense this series?
Yeah, my boy ain't out there guarding nobody.
He's showing that 2 steals a game in the regular season don't really matter if you if you just playing passing lanes and stuff because he's letting people go right by him.
Yeah,
And he's getting exposed on defense this series.
I got Dallas
Luka
closing it out, man.
Yeah, I mean, I did have Dallas winning the 6 originally in this series, so it looked like it might be right on cue. And I just feel like Kyrie might be due for a game, but J Dubs might be due for a game too because he ain't been doing well in the series either.
Mm.
But who knows? Josh Giddey might know how to shoot this game and off the bench. And
His over under for tonight is 6.5 points. Josh Giddey. So I don't think they expect him to play much.
that is sad considering
They might not even start him again.
Year.
No, to be honest
they
with you.
started Isaiah Joe because he allows more shooting on the court to start off the game.
I got Dallas personally in the series. Just I know the NBA wants game 7s. They got 2 of them. I think they'd love to have 3. So I'm gonna go with OKC tonight. But overall in the series, I still got Dallas.
Shout out PJ Washington, man. It's good to see these players that be stuck in these hellholes of organizations finally go somewhere where they play meaningful basketball and they can show what they can do. Because he's been their best player this series. And I'm just happy to see him finally be able to show everyone what he can actually do when in the right situation. Same with Daniel Gafford. So big ups to PJ Washington.
I want to throw Derek Jones in there too, even though I know he's been there for a little while, but that dude's really uplifted that team on the defensive end a lot. And same thing offensively too. He's been very aggressive. He's been shooting that long ball pretty good, driving to the lane pretty good. Like he's looking real good out there for them.
Yeah,
Dallas got a pretty good team.
He's been one of the best wing defenders in the league for like the last this season and last season, maybe I'll say.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say he would have top 5 wing defender, but he's definitely like a top 10 wing defender.
He's in the up and coming, yeah.
So
cool.
Not too much on the Celtics too, but can we respect? I'll say Tatum's underrated on defense. I feel like too because he's been really well on defensive end the last couple of seasons. But that's all I wanted to say. Since I was on top of the wing defenders.
He's better down in the paint than he is around the 3-point line, though. I think.
Yeah, he don't bite too much on the jump shots, which I appreciate him.
He don't guard the 3-point line.
But he's good on getting back if he gets beat, and he's not someone afraid to guard the best player on the team. Like if you notice in that Cavs series, he's pretty much guarded everyone on that offense, from Garland to Mitchell, LeVert, Mobley. So he doesn't shy away from that moment. And I want to give Ime credit for that because I think that's what really sparked his defense. And when Ime was there that year, and you've seen it in that Brooklyn series a few years ago. So shout out to him.
Yeah. To me, Tatum does a pretty solid job. But I agree. More on the post than I like him down there. On the perimeter, I've really seen him at his apex when Ime was there. But again, that's going to come with more time, more work, more effort, a mentality thing. Moving on. Clips. You got a little list of some players?
Yeah, all right. So we finna do a blind ranking 1 through 5, right? We're gonna do one position based. Oh, what the mother? Hold on, yo.
We're gonna do a blind ranking. Ranking.
So what we finna do is 1 through 5. The players that I name, I'm gonna name off a player, and we could put them in any spot 1 through 5. If that makes sense.
So ranking 1 being the best,
5
being the worst.
So we're gonna take a name. We're gonna just drop them in either 1, 2, 3, or 4 or 5. All right.
Are we going round robin?
It don't matter. Nah. It don't matter. This is open discussion. So we all gotta be able to come up with.
Okay.
We ain't got that many people on the panel today, so
yeah.
So when you say 1 through 5, it's just putting them ranked 1 through 5, or not
one.
Position.
I'm gonna say a name, right? We don't have to go in order of putting them where they want to be. I'm gonna say a name.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm trying to understand.
We can all agree. Like if I say, for example, if I say Stephen Curry, whatever, just give an example, right? we don't have to put him 1. We could throw him in 3 spot, and then we still have to fill.
Oh, 1 through 5 is in the rank, not the okay. I was
Yeah.
getting confused with position 1 through 5.
Yeah. All right, ready? So we're gonna do. I'm gonna do the position base first, right? This is small forwards. This is all time.
Oh,
But-
okay. I was about to ask, is it current season or
All time, all time.
I just picked out random names. I ain't gonna lie. First name Sean Marion.
Let me get my pen and paper, man. I gotta write.
Yeah,
this
I'm writing it down on my phone. I got you.
Sean Marion? I'll put him 4.
Are we all agreeing?
Damn, already you
We
didn't
didn't
watch-
even hear
I
the
watched it.
names yet.
Come on, man. I know ball. I'll put him 4.
All right, keep going.
All
For
right.
now, at least, I'm gonna. Also, you might.
We got him
Sean
4.
Marion at 4. That's strong. Keep going, Clips.
Melo, Carmelo Anthony.
Okay.
All right, I'll probably put him 3.
3. Okay, I like that.
You don't even know what's coming with the list. Already 3.
That's
Go
what
ahead.
I'm gonna swap players around based on names. If I can do that, I can. Do
Kawhi
that.
Leonard.
Can I do that, Clips?
Nah, once they in the slot, they in the slot.
Oh, damn. Yeah, hold on. Let me sit up
I'm
now.
about to say that.
Hold
That's
on.
what I said. This is a group agreement. So once we
Oh, my
once
bad.
they in the
My
slot,
fault.
they in the
Let me
slot.
keep it
we got
P.
both of
I'll
them.
keep
So,
it P. My fault.
so for everybody watching, we doing a blind ranking 1 through 5. 1 being the best, 5th being the worst. We got Sean Marion, Melo, Kawhi. Who you got?
So wait. All right, we had Sean at where 4.
No. We're gonna I digress.
Starting over.
No,
That's the
I
point of the
missed-
game. That's
I
the
missed-
point, though.
I missed that part. I didn't know you had to like wait until all the names. I know you could. I thought you'd be able to switch names around.
Nah, we
All
ain't
right.
switching names. So
Okay,
whatever
so we're
number we
going-
agree to put them in, they're staying there.
So we gotta go after each name. We have to put them in that slot.
Yes, that's the point.
Oh,
Okay.
The name is random. Hold on. The naming is random. I'm coming.
So Sean Marion, let's go 5. Because the way this list is going, I'm a little scared right now. We got Sean Marion, Melo, and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, so we put. That's why I said we're gonna leave it how it is. We threw Marion at 4. He's staying there. Y'all
dang,
said,
I didn't know that. My
said,
fault.
no,
But no, wait. I do remember you saying it. We have to all agree.
We didn't
So-
collectively agree to that.
Yeah. So I got out the gym. My fault.
All right, so we
Players mess up.
All right,
my
real
fault.
quick. All right, so we go Sean Marion.
We going Sean Marion at 5.
All right, cool.
What you think, Mike? Sean Marion at 5?
I don't know. I got to see the next 2 names, man.
But
I'm not gonna...
we gotta pick.
We got to put him now. Yeah.
Let's go now.
We'll put him at 5. We'll put him at 5.
I know the next 2. I guess we got to.
We'll put him at 5. I just feel like he won't say a name worse than Marion.
Listen, guys. Even if we didn't know the next 2 players, we're talking about Sean Marion.
Do you watch Sean Marion?
I mean,
Yeah,
I watch Sean Marion.
I like Sean.
Like,
Man.
I don't know if you watch Sean Marion. You saying that like he a bum. Like,
Yeah.
No,
that's a double right there. You know why you saying that? Because his jump shot. That's hate, Peso.
Listen,
That's hate. Because
final
he shoot like
champion-
this. Because he shoot like this don't mean you got to put him at 5.
Now that jump shot was ugly as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It went in
Where
though.
we going? 4 or 5?
We'll go
I put him 5. And then the next name he had was Melo.
2.
Melo. I'm gonna put Melo. I like Melo at 3 still.
I say
To be
3.
honest.
Mike,
Majority rules.
I'm not agreeing on this. I'm the moderator right now.
all right, Kawhi.
Kawhi.
Can we go 1?
No. No. Damn, but I want to put him.
Remember
put him
the
a
spots
4.
that y'all have him in. Somebody said no, Sean Marion.
I put Kawhi at 4, but injuries, man, injuries.
Kawhi at 4?
Hold on, real
The
quick.
other, are we Clips? Let me ask you before we agree. When you list the players, it's based on that injuries aside, right?
Injuries aside, we're
We
not
gotta
talking.
talk.
Oh,
overall.
all right, 2.
Overall.
Yeah, I'll put them at 2.
So again, we're gonna remind everybody watching. This is a blind ranking. Every time Clips throws out a player,
They don't know the
1
name.
through 5, we have to rank him as he throws out that player, not knowing what's coming next.
Yep, there we go.
So what you got next?
Yeah, so wait, Kawhi was at 2, right?
Yeah, Kawhi at 2.
Sean 5, and Melo where 3.
3.
Yeah.
Iguodala.
Oh shit!
See, I was right with Marion at 4.
Iggy's fine at 4.
Iggy ain't better than Marion at his peak.
Yeah, that's the point of the game.
How many times you watch Sean Marion?
What peak we talking
You
about?
gotta put him at 4.
What peak we talking
Iggy's
about?
at 4. Iggy's at 4.
You
Sean
gotta-
Marion peak when he was an
Too late.
All-Star?
No, what do you consider Iggy's peak? Because I
Iggy's-
watched Sean Marion a lot in Phoenix, and then we could talk about Dallas. That
And
championship run.
Miami too. Miami. Well, that was he's kind of on his back end. But
I love
Miami,
Sean Marion in Phoenix. So
Phoenix, yeah, he was Nash and the boys. I
think
would
Iggy's
say
fine.
Iggy peak.
Philly.
I'll probably say athletically, yes. Overall, when he had developed that jump shot, he was defensively good. I'll say Denver, when he got to Denver, right when he was about to leave Denver going into Golden State. It's like that 2013 to 2015, 16. I'll consider that around his peak.
I think Iggy's fine at 4. We got Sean Marion at 5, Melo at 3, Leonard at 2. I'm kind of pissed because
Yo, watch clips say
I wonder some
freaking
some bullshit's about to come.
Sasha
from them.
Vujacic Vander. I don't know. Pronounce that.
That's why I said we should have.
I think he wore like 70 something on the Lakers back in like 08 or something like that.
Go ahead, Clips. What you got for the last one?
I think Clips just ran down
Oh, he's out right now.
quick.
Man, that this is
Well,
kind
we
of
can talk more about that Marion and Iggy thing if you want until he get back. Mike, what you
Listen.
think?
shout out to Sean Marion. I think in Phoenix, that run in Phoenix, he was really at his apex then. I feel like in Dallas, he was more so of a role player and a very good defender for that team.
I think personally, I think Iguodala overall is a better number one than Marion would be, because Marion's more of a role player than Iguodala. So I'd put Iguodala over Marion.
I don't disagree with that point, but my only pushback would be: has Marion ever had the opportunity to be a number one?
Yeah,
Well, if
that's very true.
I think it's more so of like if we had a choice here, since we're doing this.
That's
this
tough to say because that's hypothetical. Because I think Marion could have done what Iggy done as a one. I mean, I don't think they would have won. I think they probably as much as like Iggy. I don't think Iggy won that much as a one either when they was in Denver.
I can't even say in Phoenix too. He was probably like a fifth
He was a
option.
That
He
team
was
was
like a three.
stacked in Phoenix. They had
You had
Stoudemire,
him,
Sheets, Steve Nash, Boris
Quentin
Diaw.
Richardson.
Dion was
was-
definitely the sixth man off that bench.
Which Richardson was over there? Was that
Richardson didn't go there till like the back end. I think that was like 09. No, because wasn't Vince Carter there at 1.2? No, Vince Carter was in Orlando.
nah?
So yeah, it was Richardson. Yeah, it was like, but I think between like 09 to 11.
They had Barboza over there off the bench.
Andrew, yeah.
It's going crazy.
Yo, and Antoni at the coaching. People forget Steve Kerr was the GM there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. You know,
I put Iggy at 1. He played harder. He give you heart.
Iggy at 1.
So the thing is, the thing is, we're doing a blind ranking, and Clips is giving us names randomly. So when we talk about the first name that was given was Sean Marion, we had to already put him at 5, not knowing what's coming next. Then we had Melo. Of course, we're gonna put him over Sean Marion. Kawhi Leonard, that could have been 1 or 2, but we put him at 2. And then Iggy came after that. Easily have to put him over Sean Marion, but I do agree. At his apex and stuff, even in Golden State, I feel like all Iggy's career, he gave you a ton of effort and heart and stuff when he played and stuff.
Hey Kermit, I appreciate you chatting with us, but boy, you lying like hell if you gonna put Iggy over Melo and Kawhi.
Yeah,
Ain't no way in hell. Especially Kawhi, I ain't trying to hear it, but I can listen to you. Trying to make Melo.
Yeah.
Denver Melo? No, sir.
The only thing that puts Kawhi over Melo too is the rings. If Melo had a ring, I would put Melo over Kawhi personally.
I wouldn't even look at the rings helped when I thought about it, but for me personally, the defense. Kawhi, so far based on who we had named, Kawhi clears all of them defensively at peak.
But do you think
Iggy's the closest though? Obviously,
do you think based off of the body of work, like, do you have Kawhi Leonard as being a great all-time great player over Carmelo at the end of the day?
Yeah,
It's tough for me to do that because of the injuries.
uh,
Because when you ask questions like that, then I take, like you said, the body of work. That includes the injuries, and
But
I
but
don't know.
let's
Cause
let,
I
let's
will say this though, to your point, Melo was robbed. Melo should have been part of that. I think he isn't. Yeah, he's not. He should have been one of the players that had 25,000 or 20K. I think he cracked
mm,
20K.
Melo should have took
But
his ass
those
to Chicago or Miami.
he
mhm.
got robbed. No. So peep this. I don't know if y'all seen the interview. He had to sit down interview with D Wade,
Know exactly what you're talking
and
about.
he was supposed to go. The trade was done. He was supposed to go to LA with Kobe. It
That
was
would have
supposed to
been
be
dope.
he
Crazy.
was going to get traded there, and I think they was going to ship out Oldham and someone else. He said,
Mm.
and all DUA could say with Kobe,
That would have been sick.
yo, David Stern. I know
That would have
he
been
not here with
sick.
us no more. So, but yo, David Stern, you robbed us, fam. Kobe should have had like 7 rings if that was the case. He was supposed to be. You robbed us with him and CP. You avoided that trade, and then George Carl and I don't know if Stern had anything to do with it, but because they mentioned Carl right after. Bro, Melo in LA with Kobe?
That would have been crazy.
How you guarding in the triangle?
That would have been
How are
crazy.
you guarding that? You
Mm.
not guarding that. Oh my God, bro.
David Stern
so
robbed
mad.
people of a lot of things.
I wanted to put that in 2K just to look at it. That's how mad I was. Like, man,
Man, I wish.
two of the best isolation players at that time on the same team.
And around
With
that time too, Lakers
Oh
roster
my
was
God.
would be perfect for Melo to insert him there around that time. It would have been crazy.
I'm
I wish
about to
Clips
cry
was
just thinking
here.
about this.
I wish Clips was here so we could finish this blind list, and I don't want to just randomly throw out a player based off of what I already see.
We can just
We can
move
move
on
on
and
to the
go back.
WNBA.
Yeah.
We can talk about some WNBA.
Yeah. We can hopefully he get back in and stuff like that. But the WNBA did have some debut games.
Brutal ones.
Of course, everybody's.
We had some good games last night.
I'm just saying brutal performances from the rookies. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we could start off with the big chop, Caitlin Clark, Mike. You know.
Go ahead, Mike. I feel like you got something to get off your chest. I'm looking. I see your face right now.
Can we just stop nationally broadcasting FIFA games? Like
No.
Clayton Clark's a good player, but that team blows.
Well,
like Leah Boston, it's her and Aaliyah Boston. Other than that, it's just there's no one around them.
No, sir. Well, first to your point about not televising them, they got to because Caitlin Clark's on that team.
Yeah, I'm aware, but
it brings in the revenue.
Product,
and
man.
Can we also? First of all, let's pay respect to these women Coopers because they can hoop. But let's also remember Caitlin Clark played in the Natty game April 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
It's May. Like
they what's crazy?
They graduated. They got drafted. They barely had a training camp.
I didn't know the turnaround was that fast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, the season's here already.
So I feel like it's going to be a bigger adjustment period than people realize, but especially for the casuals that don't really watch WNBA that much, because they don't realize how quick of a turnaround. It's quicker than the males. Like the draft for the males ain't until June.
Mm-hmm.
The season will be over by then. You got July for summer league. You got August, September training camp preseason. Then you jump into it by October. So you got 2-3 months to prep, get used to your the personnel or your teammates, et cetera, et cetera. They have less than a month to do all of that. And I feel like for Clark specifically, let's also put this out there. She is going against 2 of the 3 best teams in the league from last season. Connecticut's one of the best teams in the league, offensively and defensively. You had a runner-up in Elisa Thomas for MVP on her team, DeWanna Bonner, who just cracked the top 5 in all-time scoring for the W. They got pieces. Dejanay Carrington. So I expected her to – one, I expected Indiana to lose these 2 games. 2, I expected them to struggle because it's just a short turnaround for all of them, and they're a young team. Then you play the Liberty.
Yeah, wait till tonight.
Who, was just in the championship game and was minutes away from possibly trying to win that championship. You have Stewie on that team, who everyone knows who Stewie is. Jaquel Jones is a double-double machine. Sabrina, they have, it's going to be a tough turnaround, but I do like the pieces they have. Because you got Clark, you got Boston, Melissa Smith. They just got Lou Samuelson, Katie Lou Samuelson, I believe that's her name is. They have some nice pieces around it. You got Kelsey Mitchell. So they got some hoopers, but they just gotta put it all together. And it's gonna be adjustment period for Clark. I feel like she gotta try to I would like to see her and the coach make some adjustments with her playing off the ball more, like how they do with Curry and Nash, to get her more in the rhythm and get easier looks than her trying to just chuck up and try to play in the pick and roll a lot more. But it's only 2 games, so I'm not gonna overreact too much.
The Sun, the Liberty, the Aces, they show a good product to women's ball. Like I enjoyed the semifinals and on last year, but watching some of these first games, man, it's just I couldn't get into it the way it was going because it's not good quality of ball in my opinion. I see them missing 6 free throws in a row. Like can't be doing that shit.
Yeah, I remember watching that Indiana game the last game where they was making a run. They got a turnover, and I forgive me because I don't remember her name. She blew a wide open layup.
Mm-hmm.
And third, I'm just
that was wild.
It's some things like that. Well, for casuals at least, they're not gonna want to watch the product because they don't run and jump as fast as the men, and they got to understand they're not. It's rare. There's only a few women in the W that can actually go up there and get you a dunk. What some of the casuals would like to see, but it's fundamentally sound. So it's like for those who watch the ball, you can see like these girls actually can hoop. They're a little bit more fundamental than most of the males because they can't do those things that males can do, like run and jump and dunk and things like that. But I think Clark is going to be fine. I mean, even though she had a horrible game, and in the private chat, I was joking around with her having them 10 turnovers and 20 points. On inefficiently 20, but she still went and got 20 on one of the best defensive teams in the league, as bad as she played. So I think with her getting her feet wet, getting more adjusted to speed and physicality, I think she'll be fine. I don't think she's going to be what she was in college yet. Does she have the potential to? Maybe, but
what do you think her ceiling is, though?
Oh, like I said, when we last spoke, I feel like her comparison for me would be a Steve Nash. And the reason being is because she, with a better jump shot, she can shoot the 3 ball. She can pass, especially in the open court. She's amazing. Pick and roll, she's amazing with the ball as a playmaker. She puts a little bit more effort on defense than I thought she did. I mean, she's not good on defense, but she puts out the effort. But the reason why I said Steve Nash is when she learns the game and it slows down for her, being able to be more efficient in the in-between game, the mid-range pull-up, the floater, that's when it's going to open up everything else. And then, like I said, I compared Aaliyah Boston to her having Stoudemire, Steve Nash, because they can play that 1-2 game. And that I feel like her comp will be a Steve Nash. Now, obviously, Steve Nash was 2-time MVP. So I see her getting an MVP. It's hard to say now because it's only been 2 games. But I feel like she can easily give you a 19, 18 points, 9, 11 assists average at her peak. And then might elevate a little bit in the playoffs depending on how comfortable she gets with the game. So that would be my comparison for her.
That's not bad. I could definitely see the two with like the Steve Nash and Stoudemire comparison. That's pretty good. But to your point, Mike, it is looking real disgusting right now. But shout out to them. I think we still got the season just started. Give them time to progress, especially girls like Caitlin and stuff like that. But let's get to Angel Reese. How y'all feeling about her over there so far?
She was pretty solid. I expected her to clean glass the way she is. She's a great rebounder. She did get a real lazy pass on a fast break on a 2-on-1 fast break during that first game I was watching. But all in all, I wasn't too disappointed in what I seen. Everything I seen her do that first game, I seen her do it in college. And I think Chicago is just the perfect fit for her because of the coach and the culture that they have there. It fits her personality so well. It's just unfortunate that Camilla's not there because how long is she out for? They said 4 to 6 weeks with the shoulder. I feel like she will help a lot with that team because they got some pieces. The one thing they're gonna do, they're gonna play defense. They got some dogs over there. I think with Camilla adding her into the piece, that high-low game between her and Reese is going to be something to watch.
That's what I was looking forward to.
for years to come. So I like her. I think she was pretty solid in that first game. I feel like the best rookie so far, granted it's been a small sample size, but at least from watching, which I was saying when we talked about it, Cameron Brink. I
She
mean,
looked good over there in LA.
she,
Yeah.
she looked real comfortable that first game. There's some things she needs to work on still, but yeah, that'll be probably the rookie I say looks good so far. at
One,
least.
one one problem with the league that I think that they need to improve on, and I think this will immensely improve it, is they need to get more depth in that league. Like they have some great players going in there, don't get me wrong, but they just need more depth. I think once they have that depth, it'll be a great product.
They're starting to expand. I know Golden State's
Oh,
about
it's
to come
better
out
than it
with a
was.
team.
Yeah. Yep.
I think Toronto's in the running right now to come out with a team. To
Boston need
add.
to get a team, man. I don't see why not. Like we have the money. It's not like we cheap. We are cheap. But it ain't like we ain't got the money to get a women's team.
They'll
Like
probably
go
put them
get
out
it.
in Worcester. That would be my guess.
I'm
Well,
just like I just don't see. There's a lot of dope female hoopers from college overseas who don't get opportunities because there's not enough spots and it's a fast turnaround. There's not enough teams. Like I said it before, and the last time we spoke on the W, Alexis Morris, who was on that starting point guard LSU championship run with Reese and Flage, she can hoop. She can easily be on one of these teams, whether it's a starting role, which she'll have to work for that, but she can. I believe she can do it, or as a backup, she can play. There's plenty of female hoopers that deserves a spot in the W. It's not
It's
enough teams.
not enough roster
And I
spots.
feel like that's what, to your point, Mike, I think with Clark being where she's at, it's going to be tough. I feel like she's going to have to adjust fast because for like I said, the casual, they ain't going to sit here and want to keep watching her put out duds. So she's going to have to have a game or two. But I feel like it's coming because the start of her schedule is just rough. But once she gets to that middle schedule where she's playing teams on her level, and she started putting these games in because half the home game, I think all the home games already sold out anyway.
Yep.
That's when they're gonna start. The views are gonna be up because it's already up now, and it was up the season before. She's gonna do what she needs to do, and then you're gonna have a few years down the line. You're gonna have Flage, and you're gonna have Juju. Paige is about to come there next year. I feel like it's in a good space. I feel like Clark and Reese is gonna be that Bird and Magic for the W, where the way it was for the NBA when they needed those two stars to uplift the league as far as viewership and getting eyes on it. And then Juju could be that MJ possibly, where she can just overtake it, exceed it. It might not be Juju, it might be someone else we don't even know yet. So I'm just excited for the W. I'm happy for these women because they deserve it, and I know they can hoop. And
I think it's definitely a lot more to come, a lot more in store in the next couple of years and stuff like that, and a lot more expansion things coming for the W and stuff like that. Respect to them. Damn, I wish Clips was here, man, so we could finish this segment, but you might have a little technical difficulties and stuff going on. But so we talked NBA playoffs, Mike. We could get back to it a little bit. Just real quick, we could have a little Celtics segment right now. How do you just feel about them moving forward? I know you got Minnesota or Denver basically taking the finals this year, coming out of the West. What do you think? What do you think Boston has to basically do to overcome beating a Denver or Minnesota in the finals this year, given how they're looking?
Number one most important thing is Porzingis has got to get healthy, and then number two, they got to start guarding the perimeter. That's a big downfall of theirs, especially in the playoffs. They're just leaving it wide open. The Heat weren't able to make their shots at points. The Cavs were, and then the third problem, you could even put this over the perimeter defenses. Fourth quarter issues. You can't go against any of these teams from here on out and not get a field goal in 5 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree with you. Do you think we get past the Knicks or the Pacers without Porzingis?
I think game one is so important because we know the Celtics don't win game twos at home in series. It just don't happen. So
Shout out to you, Kermit Fat. Yeah, WNBA is continuing to grow, man. We loving it out here, man. Everybody should start tuning into that a lot more. I know myself has given the talent that we've been seeing coming out of college and stuff like that. But no, I agree with you, Mike, on that though.
Yeah, game 1 is probably going to be one of the most important game of the series for the Celtics. They need to get that game 1 because, as I said, they just never win game 2s at home for some reason. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely a statement that they're going to have to make coming out game 1, given that they're getting all this extra rest and stuff like that. Again, I just think if they come out with and we talked about this before personally, is just if they, after the Miami round, I felt like it was a lot of smart IQ basketball that needed to be played moving forward for the Celtics to make these series easier. But if we're not doing what we should be doing or doing the basic fundamentals out there, then the series could become a lot longer than what it needs to be.
What's up, y'all? So I was able to get the rest of the blind ranking list players. So I would just help with we only have one spot left, which is number 1.
Yeah, let's first, before we get back into it, let's encourage everybody watching to like the channel.
Yes, sir.
Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna get back into the blind segment. Clip's got some technical difficulties.
Subscribe. We try and get those follows up on the X, on Twitter, and Instagram and TikTok, man. Like and subscribe.
You see the socials down below,
So
fellas.
it's free to show love,
Ladies
man.
and gentlemen.
So the last name for the small forwards, and just to put it out there for everyone watching, I will help with this last small forward one, and for the position list, I'll just let Peso and Mike go at it. And Kermit Fat Man, I see you've been active in the chat. If you're still there and you want to take a vote, by all means. But so the last name for small forwards,
Oh shit.
Paul Pierce.
Oh shit. You see why I said Kawhi at 1. You see why I said Kawhi at 1.
Peso, you can't handle the truth.
Listen,
I
should have known Clips making this list, and we started out with small forwards. I should have known Paul Pierce was going to be on this.
Come on, man.
Christ.
Paul Pierce is that guy, man. Paul Pierce is that guy.
Paul Pierce is better than Melo?
Hey.
Oh, come on. Come on. Come on.
Hey.
Paul Pierce is better than Kawhi.
That's an argument with Melo and Paul Pierce. If you're looking at as far as scoring wise, they both can post up. Melo's obviously more athletic at his peak. They both around the same tier defensively. And when the game's on the line, they both can get the bucket. And we've seen Paul do it. So, I mean, it's like, and like Mike said, one of the things that he gave Kawhi to tick on was the ring. Paul got that ring. And Paul's one of the top 15, top 20 scorers all the time in the league. People forget that. Like, Paul Pierce is a bucket. You don't get nicknamed the truth for no reason. There's nothing fake about this.
You being a top 20 scorer don't mean shit.
Why don't it? Why don't it?
That don't mean it, exactly. Wheelchair Paul, exactly.
Hey, let it be wheelchair Paul. Let it be wheelchair Paul, man. At least I know Paul gonna get that rock. He gonna talk that issue and get that dagger.
Right now, we got Paul Pierce at 1. And listen, everybody watching, I don't agree with this goddamn list. I love this segment, but I hate it.
To be fair, I'm playing devil's advocate. I don't think Paul should be 1 either. Based on this list, I'll probably have Kawhi,
Melo,
Paul, maybe Melo. For me, you could interchange Paul and Melo. I'm fine with that. I'll probably just put Melo 2 and Paul at 3. And I might have Biggie at 5. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm scared of the next ones, man. Let's get to it.
All right, position list.
Remind everybody again, please. Remind everybody watching again. We have to name one player at a time and just automatically put them in a 1 through 5 slot.
I wish he did just more. Let me see if he did another one.
Listen, you can't laugh or nothing, man. You're giving it off.
Oh no! All right, so the first name.
This is gonna be brutal.
And I noticed he didn't go on order for the small force. So I'm not gonna go on order either. First name we're gonna have is Steve Nash.
Oh my God. That's what we
Positionless.
start with already.
Everyone watching, this is positionless. Steve Nash.
Oh my goodness.
3 just to be safe.
Would you agree, Peso? 3.
3 just because we don't know what's
go, because
coming. Let's put them in.
if we starting off with that, let's go 3.
Yeah, because we can leave the top and the bottom available.
Okay.
I like that little midway. Yeah, let's go 3.
The next name, John Stockton.
Good choice, Mike. Good choice.
I'll let you
Go ahead
take
and
this
lie.
one. You
Mike,
Go
you
ahead
want
and
chance it?
lie. Go
Mike,
ahead and lie. Put
Mike,
that
you
man
want,
over
Mike, you want
the
to chance it?
You know me. I take risks every day. So
We
I'm wrong. I'm wrong most of the time. So it ain't nothing.
we gonna take John Stockton at 1.
Okay.
Okay. I thought you were gonna go 2, but okay. I said it was your call. So
Because
we'll go
I feel like we might get something that we could slide in that 2, and it could be easily debatable. I don't know. Let's see.
Hey, make sure when I say this next name, make sure this get clipped because I'm reposting this one because I want to see your face when I say this name, Peso.
Oh,
The
God.
next name on this list,
Don't tell me it's Scalabrini.
Dwayne Wade.
Oh shit. Damn.
And you
Yeah,
put John
you should've-
Stockton at 1.
We should
Even
have
better
put
than
number
Steve
2,
Nash.
man.
Well, I mean that's 2. Let's go. That's easily
Yeah,
2.
that's
man.
obvious.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at like John Stockton 1, Wade 2, Steve Nash 3. I'm not
The
mad
next,
And
the
now we're
next
gonna
name,
get Kobe Bryant and MJ.
at that. No,
Paul
shit.
Pierce.
Why
Paul
we
Pierce
got
is
Paul
back.
Pierce again?
Hey, that's what he got on the list. Paul Pierce.
5.
Yeah, 5.
This is nasty. Last but not least,
Good.
Clyde Drexler.
Oh yeah, this list is fine.
No, it's not. But,
This list is fine.
all right, so
I'm not
everyone
mad at it.
watching, we got. By the way, I damn sure don't agree with this.
I'm not mad
John
at it.
Stockton at 1 needs to be drug tested. Okay, there's no way in hell he should be at 1.
I'd fail.
D-Wade 2, Steve Nash 3, Paul Pierce at 5, Clyde Drexler at 4. Man, Paul Pierce should be above Clyde Drexler.
It's hard to agree or disagree because this is a blind segment.
Oh yeah, it is a blind segment, but hey, so I thought you had some damn sense.
I
John Stockton at 1.
I mean, what the hell? I didn't know Dwayne Wade was coming up next.
Mm.
He shouldn't be on a Steve Nash.
If you put him last, that would have really been crazy.
I thought you only put him 4.
When we get a name like Steve Nash and John Stockton, I'm thinking like some bullshit's coming up next. So I like this better than the first one. This one was kind of cool. We got more.
That was it. But I literally was thinking of names right as we was just going.
Yep.
So I got 5 more names if y'all want to do one more.
Yeah. Clips should have came up with a lot more than this, man. This is what the hell. What you got, Musa?
So I'm gonna do positionless again.
Uh,
All right. So the first name is going to be Tracy McGrady.
Oh my God. You making this difficult.
3 risk.
Oh, it gotta be.
Take your risk management. Just put him at 3. You can go from there.
I feel like it's always good to start off with 3 when you got a name like T-Mac.
Okay, so y'all agree T-Max at 3.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. The next name on this list is going to be Rudy Gobert. I'd throw a curveball in there.
Let's go 4, Mike. 5.
It's up to you. I don't care.
I just feel like Musa's gonna come with some bullshit.
Yeah, let's do that. All right.
Let's go 4. Let's go 4.
4. Okay. The next name on the list is Reggie Miller.
What you think, Mike? It has to be
2.
2. Yeah.
Okay. The next name on this list is
He's gonna fuck us up with this.
Brian Scalabrine.
Oh my God, that's 5.
Negative.
I'm so glad we didn't put
one
Rudy
from the
5.
bench to the announce booth.
Okay. The last name, Matthew Dellavedova.
Oh my God! Fuck you! I knew he was gonna
Y'all
come with
going
some
talking about
BS,
BG was
man.
Celebrini?
I
Hell
knew
no.
I knew he was gonna come with some BS, man. What Kermit Fat said off the last list: Wade 1, Clyde Drexler 2, John
Yeah.
3, Nash 4, Paul 5.
I don't
Yeah,
see how
that's
y'all got John Stockton over Steve Nash. But
that's
each
if
his own.
that's if we knew the list.
I feel like it probably the
I feel like
defense.
that's easily interchangeable, but I would personally have Nash at 3.
I'm putting Paul Pierce at. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'll leave him right at that spot.
Wade 1 for sure. I'm putting Paul at 2. I'm putting Paul Pierce at 2. Steve Nash will be my 3. John at 4.
You putting
Clyde
Paul
at
Pierce
5.
over Steve Nash?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
It's the inner green
Call
team
me,
coming
call
out
me
right
a homer
there.
if you want. For Paul Pierce, I'm going. Nah, I'm just playing. I'm putting Paul Pierce at 3.
I had to let you sit on that for a little bit.
No. I was just trolling. I want to see your response. I'm putting Paul at 3
I
though.
was gonna say, how
Paul's
many
definitely gonna be 3.
MVPs do you have?
How many rings does Steve Nash have?
Fair enough.
We
Hey,
ain't
he
gonna
got.
we
He
ain't,
do
we
got
ain't,
one MVP, and that's the
we ain't,
Finals MVP.
we ain't gonna get back to
True.
talking about the
True.
Celtics and that damn ring, man. I want some more of these, man. Next time we do this, man, we gotta come with a lot more names, man.
Sure.
But
Hey, Mike, we might have to do a football one. See where you at with that.
With absolutely, I'm definitely
that'd
down
actually
with
be
that
kind
to
of fire, like all time football players blind segment. Like that'd be kind of
Real
cool.
quick, Mike, I gotta ask because I watch a lot of people talk about the football stuff.
do.
Where do you have Emmitt Smith ranked all time for running backs?
Oh, that's a tough one. You're putting me on the spot.
Because every time I hear that name pop up, I've been hearing a lot of responses. I wasn't kind of surprised to hear, but I was just curious where you think he's at on that list. At least
Probably.
top 5. Where would you put him at?
Yeah,
In
I
the
was
top
gonna
5?
say probably 4 or 5. I'd put him because you got to put Barry Sanders over him. Walter Payton.
Mhm. There's another obvious name. I'm
Yeah.
waiting. 2 obvious names.
Bo
I'm waiting to hear.
Jackson.
I was thinking you were gonna say some damn Bo Jackson. I was waiting for like some LaDainian Tomlinson. I gotta say his full name because there's only one LT in the NFL, and that's fucking Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah,
But
that's close on that one. I don't know. As
I don't know
said,
about I don't know. I ain't with you with the Bo Jackson, but
I put
Eric
like
Dickerson,
4 or 5. Yeah.
Eric Dickerson for sure. Adrian Peterson. I was waiting for that name.
Yeah, I can't put him over him.
I definitely think he cracks the top 5.
AP, Walter, Barry, Eric Dickerson, and probably Damian Tomlinson will be my 5.
So you don't got Emmett in your top 5?
Nah, but that's why I was surprised about. I thought people would have him because of the rushing yards totals and all that. But nah, most people out here talking about football who play the game and stuff like that. They were like, how the hell you got him at the top 5? He ain't top 5, and they provide their argument. So I was shocked to hear that. But I was just curious about that.
We definitely gonna get into more football stuff. Kermit Fast said Emmett Pure 3. I'm not mad at it. I think he's top 5.
I don't know about that, man. Considering the offensive line he had compared to what Adrian Peterson had, Emmett. I was about to say, yeah. Adrian Peterson, not Eric Dixon. What was I about to say? I lost my own train of thought. I don't know about him being at 3 though. It was Barry Sanders and Adrian Peterson. The offensive lines they had, I don't know about that. Yeah, but hey, if you got them at 3, all love told you.
Man, thank y'all. Thank everybody for tuning in, continuing to subscribe. We thank all the subscribers that have subscribed. Continue to share to your peers and everybody else. You see the socials down below. Make sure you follow. Tune in for another episode coming during the week. We go live every Saturdays. We appreciate y'all for being here. Peace.
Grade A.
Hey, run that thing up.